hours washing. At that rate, not showering frees up more than 2 years of your life. Friends and family suggested that I would have trouble enjoying the extra time because I would feel gross, unkempt. My mother worried I'd get sick from some germs I failed to clean off. Maybe I would miss the basic humanity of the routines that compel us to take time for ourselves, and that give us at least some semblance of power to present ourselves as we wish the world would see us. Or I'd miss the simple ritual of taking a nice warm shower and emerging each morning like a new person, ready to face the day. But what if none of this happened? What if I actually got fewer colds and my skin looked better and I found other, better routines and rituals? What if all those products in our bathrooms, shampoos to remove oils from our hair, and conditioners to replace them, soaps to remove oils from our skin, and moisturizers to replace them, were mostly effective in getting us to buy more products? How do you really know if you've never gone more than a couple days without them? "I know what it's like to not shower," goes the most common reply from skeptics, "and it's not good." To which I say, yes, I know what it's like as a coffee drinker to go without coffee, and it's not good. I know what it's like to go into a party where I know no one, and it's not good. I know what it's like to try to run a marathon without training, and it's not good. But I also know what it's like to slowly use less and less caffeine, and to come to feel at home in new social circles, and to build up to running 26 miles without yearning for the sweet embrace of death. The more gradually a human body eases into these endeavors, the easier they are to do and even to enjoy. Changing daily cleaning habits could be thought of the same way. Over the course of months and then years, as I gradually used less and less, I started to need less and less, or at least to believe I did. My skin slowly became less oily, and I got fewer patches of eczema. I didn't smell like pine trees or lavender, but I also didn't smell like the oniony body odor that I used to get when my armpits, used to being plastered with deodorant, suddenly went a day without it. As my girlfriend put it, I smelled like a person. Initial skepticism turned to enthusiasm. I am under no illusions that I never smelled bad, but it happened less and less regularly, and I started to become aware of patterns. Breaking out or smelling bad usually coincided with other factors: stress, sleep deprivation, generally not thriving. Out at my family's tree farm in Wisconsin or on vacation hiking in Yellowstone, when I might go for days without indoor plumbing, I was almost guaranteed to smell and look decent. In the indolence of winter days, barely moving except to get to and from the office, I felt squalid and smelled accordingly. Essentially, I became more attuned to what my body was trying to tell me. It seemed to be telling me not so much wash me as go outside, move around, be social, etc. My body still sometimes trails off and says, etc. It was possible for me to stop showering in large part because I was born with extra credit in the ingrained currency of acceptability in America. I'm an ambulatory white male who appears generally healthy. I'm relatively young and can afford clothes that fit and aren't tattered, or may even purposely be, and to wash and change them regularly. I'm literate and fluent in the dominant local language. All of these things, among others, mean that I move through the world absolved from expectations to look a certain way in order to be perceived as someone who belongs. Even when I am not showered or groomed, I'm unduly likely to still be seen as competent or professional or welcome in a restaurant. In other words, I barely have to do anything to be seen as clean. The social standards that long placed value on such things are intertwined with, among other things, the history of hygiene and sanitation. Some ideas about cleanliness are nearly universal, driven by senses of disgust and revulsion that have evolutionary roots in disease avoidance and self-preservation. But others go far beyond the science of infectious disease or toxic exposure. Routines adopted to protect ourselves from disease have become enmeshed with routines that are socially determined, passed down through complex belief systems that define where we fit into the world and help us hit the right balance of belonging and uniqueness. And even our most personal decisions about caring for our bodies have long been influenced and manipulated by larger power structures. In the course of working on this book, I also got a degree in public health and finished a residency in preventive.